Our mission is to be the leading advocate against domestic violence, supporting victims, batterers, and children really in a comprehensive approach, with the main focus being to end domestic violence homicides in Clark County, Nevada. For every news story that you hear about a homicide, where we find joy and get lifted up is that we have folks that are safe, that are thriving because of the services that we provided. We really operate in 3 buckets of programming: prevention, protection, and then empowering. In our prevention bucket, we do all of our outreach program, our camp program, really trying to prevent domestic violence before it happens, so heavily youth focused. Then in our protection work, that's where we do hotline and shelter, and really those crisis services designed to help somebody who's in immediate danger get safe. And then within our empowerment place, that's where we do transitional housing, workforce development, our court advocacy. We help victims navigate the court system, whether that's divorce, bankruptcy, child protective services, whatever might be needed there. And then our counseling program. Of course, there is always donations. What's unique about Safe Nest is that we take donations of money, but we also take donations of gently used household items. They can also volunteer, and they can volunteer to come into our shelter program, our outreach programs. Really, every area of our organization is lifted up by volunteer work. All of us know somebody who's affected by domestic violence, and the best way to lift up the entire county is to understand it a little bit. We are one of the only organizations in the country that serves the entire continuum of domestic violence. So we're in the prevention space with kids, but we're also in the space of doing batterers intervention. So we work with offenders of domestic violence because we know this epidemic starts and ends with someone who's choosing to do these things. If we can end the epidemic there, we are making an entire generation of victims safer. We service over 40,000 clients a year, and that speaks to the rates of domestic violence. And as a society, we know domestic violence is bad. I mean, 3 women on average are murdered every day. What Safe Nest is doing is really innovative in what can we do differently in domestic violence, because our goal is not to be sitting here in 41 years having this same conversation. That makes us unique and puts us on the forefront of really turning the tide for Clark County around domestic violence.